for soil conservation. Soil conservation. See, nature has provided us with many resources, and soil is one of the resources we can say. Because without soil, we cannot survive. See, if we don't have soil, where do we make our house? Where do we plant our trees, or where do we cultivate our crops, foods? And will not even have school or survive. We won't be there. We won't exist, we can say. So soil is a very important thing for our lives. Without soil, we cannot survive. See, for formation of soil, it took many years, millions of years. I told you in the last video that for making of soil, we take so many long years, thousands of years, lakhs of years it takes to form a soil. So it is our responsibility to preserve it. Preserve means to protect it from erosions or maybe some other problems. So the protection of soil against erosion is called conservation. Let me remind you what is erosion. Erosion is the washing away of soil by maybe floods or maybe wind is called soil erosion. So we cannot stop the natural forces like wind, let us say water, flood. We cannot stop it because it comes in with very strong forces of nature, and we cannot stop it, but we can control it. So our duty is to control the soil erosion happening in our planet. This can be done in many ways. Okay, see, first, if we go on flat open grounds after harvesting, you know what is the meaning of harvesting? I guess you know. Okay, let me tell you, but what is the meaning of harvesting? Harvesting is cutting off the crops. After crops produce fruits, we cut the crops and we bring it in our house. So this is called harvesting. So after harvesting, the crops, the leftover of the crops, it dies. It becomes without anything. So in that time, what happens is that wind blows up the topsoil. The topsoil is taken out. It may not be happening in Tripura, but in some parts of Tripura, yes, we can say that, or in other parts of India, we can say that the topsoil is blown away. So to prevent the soil from getting blown away, farmer grows cover crops like grass or maybe creepers to protect the soil, the topsoil, so that it might not be blown away. I think you are understanding what I am saying. The roots of the plants, these crops, I mean the grass, let us say. See, sometimes you have seen in our houses, sometimes what we do, we have a courtyard, little bit of small ground in front of our house, garden, let us say, like a small place for playing. But in the time of rainy season, it is washed away. So the topsoil is every time washed away. So what sometimes our parents do, we see they plant grasses, small grasses, so that it covers up the land or the topsoil to prevent from the blowing away of the topsoil. On hill slopes, okay, cutting the slopes into steps. Now, if the hill is remain as slopes, it will wash away. So if we make into steps, it will be the soil erosion will be reduced, because it will not wash away all the part of the soil. Now steps will slow down the flow of water, and it will reduce the soil erosion, the loss of soil from the upper. All over the world, we are needing, as the number of people increases, the number of houses also increases, or the number of furniture, let us say chair, tables, also increases. So we are need in cutting of the trees. So what we should do is we should stop cutting of the trees. There is another effective method. Now, what is afforestation? Afforestation is a growing of trees in effective method to prevent from effective method to prevent from soil erosion of the hill slopes. If we plant trees, it will afforestation will be there. We have heard of a person from Assam. He has cultivated, he is called a jungle man of India. Yes, he has planted many trees. I will show you the picture of that. He has made a large area of forest by planting of trees himself. Now, on fields near rivers, during monsoon, what happens? Overflows. During monsoon, as now the season. See, now we are having that kind of season. Every day we are having rains and lots of rains. So, floods occur or overflow occurs on the fields or in the fields. Overflow occurs in the field. So, to prevent floods, embankments along the river banks are built. What is embankment? I am showing you the picture now. So this will hold the water to prevent the banks from soil erosion.